Hi everyone, my name is Winnie Lay, and I will be presenting a country overview as this is vital to understand France's geography and their cultural values. Before we begin, I would like to pose a question. Have you ever heard of the French saying "c'est la vie" and wondered what it means? Well, it turns out that the literal meaning is "that's life," and the expression is most often used when you encounter something unfortunate, say like a heartbreak, that you just have to accept. In English, there is a similar expression of "it is what it is." Throughout this presentation, there will be other expressions that the French will use to describe something, so stay tuned. In terms of its geography, France touches Belgium in the north, as indicated by the blue arrow, Germany also to the north, as indicated by the gray arrow, followed by Switzerland to the east of France, as shown here using the yellow arrow, and Spain located in the south, as indicated by the red arrow. France also borders two bodies of water. To the southeast of France, we have the Mediterranean Sea, as displayed by the green arrow, and the Atlantic Ocean in the west, as shown by the orange arrow. France is one of the oldest and most diverse countries in Europe with a population of 67 million people. The country's official language is French, but there are other languages and dialects that still exist, such as Catalan, Basque, and Flemish, to name a few, according to the world rankings. English has now become an accepted language as locals are eager to help. So if you are visiting Paris, the city's capital, no need to worry. However, locals will appreciate it if you learn basic words and phrases like bonjour, which means hello, au revoir, which means goodbye, s'il vous plaît, which means please, and merci, which means thank you. France is well known for their architecture with iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower was built in preparation for the World's Fair of 1889 to attract visitors from around the world, according to the Tower Eiffel Paris. In the beginning, when it was being built, it was criticized by the public. According to the official Eiffel Tower website, the public referred to the Eiffel as this giant, ungainly skeleton upon a base that looks built to carry a colossal monument of Cyclops. Despite receiving criticisms, the tower was finished and has become one of the most prominent buildings of Paris. The Louvre Pyramid, as depicted here, is the home of the Mona Lisa and was designed by the architect Yu Ming-pei in March 1989. His job was to develop a grand entrance for the Louvre Museum to accommodate the massive number of visitors according to the Paris City Vision. Like the Eiffel Tower, the pyramid sparked backlash from the general public where 90% were against it, according to Dickinson. As of today, the pyramid fits perfectly with the Louvre Palace, making it a major tourist attraction with 10.2 million visitors in 2018. Here, you can see the inside of the museum. This is the garden in the Palace of Versailles. There's a common theme among the French aesthetics as depicted in the architecture and the design, and it's the idea of having open space. The French appreciate nature as they prefer to enjoy the quality of life, as we will later discuss. Other than this appreciation of open space, do you notice how each building has spears or pointy ends? This idea was to add height and to deal with strong winds while keeping the building still. Another phenomenon is this concept of pointing, and it's used to bring attention to something. Did you notice that your eyes were drawn on those pointed arches? If yes, that was a focal point, and we see this in modern architectural styles as presented here in the right. Art de vivre, or the art of living, means to enjoy life. The French people value quality of life and prefer to take time out of their busy day to go to the park, to enjoy nature, or have a picnic with croissants or a glass of wine. Wine is an important part of the French art de vivre, since it allows for socialization with friends and family. The French culture values quality over quantity being a way of life, and the same applies in relationships, school, and the workplace. Claude Monet, the French painter, established a new form of art known as Impressionism. This was an act of defiance by going against European standards of art. Monet was inspired to capture the beauty of trees and nature, known as en plein air, or in the open air, to capture nature landscapes more freely, according to Vogel. The painting of the water lilies, as depicted on the left, is one of his most iconic paintings of Impressionism because of the wide use of pastel colors and the appreciation of light. Monet was inspired by Japanese art, or woodblock, where Japanese artists turned everyday scenes into art, as depicted here in the right. The next time that you visit or do business in France or Paris, remember to be aware of the values and culture of your target country. In the French culture, quality over quantity is the art de vivre, or the art of living, and this applies to relationships, school, and the workplace. This has been Winnie Lay, and I am honored to present a general overview of France. Here are the sources cited in this presentation. Thank you for watching, and up next is Genesis, who will discuss oral and nonverbal communication.